It's Nicola here with an update on our emergency appeal for people fleeing Myanmar. And this afternoon, I'm delighted to be joined by Himaya from ActionAid. Welcome, Himaya.
Thank you.
So Himaya has just got back from a week in Cox's Bazar, just yesterday, and has been hearing the stories of the people that ActionAid, DEC member ActionAid, is helping. So today I thought we would talk about some of the specific stories that Himaya heard, and we have some pictures of the people that you met. So tell us, who's the girl on the screen here?
This on the screen here is Morshida. She's a 12-year-old girl, and she ran away after witnessing both her parents being shot in Myanmar. She ran with her younger sister, a 10-year-old girl who also has learning difficulties. So she described to us about the fear on the journey over. Obviously, she saw things that no child should have to see, and she was terrified of being shot herself. She had to cross the Naf River to get over, and although she can swim, her sister can't. So they got somebody to help them get across. And for her, really, when I met her in the camp, life is just so uncertain. She said, I just think, who's going to look after us? Where are we going to live? What's going to happen to us? One nice ray of hope in her story is that she did meet her cousin sister there. So they're living together right now. But as you can see, there's a lot of psychosocial needs for young women. So her
parents were actually killed, were they?
Yeah,
in front of her?
They were killed in front of her.
Oh, that's absolutely awful. And so she's managed to find this cousin sister that's taken her in.
Yes, yeah.
And how's ActionAid helping? What's the red bucket?
Yes, and because people just fled for their lives, they didn't have time to take anything. So these are what we call dignity kits, and inside them are essential things that people will need. So bars of soap, sandals, a lot of people don't have footwear, clothes, and a solar lamp, because obviously it gets dark in the camp.
And this is another girl, so tell us about the girl that we can see on the screen now.
Yes, this is 10-year-old Taslima. She fled again after seeing her father being shot dead. Her mother had died a couple of months previous, and as you can see, she's still hugely traumatized by such an event. She walked for 5 days barefoot, and when we'd met her, she got the dignity kit and the sandals, and it was the first time that she'd had footwear since reaching Bangladesh. And she'd been there for 20 days
on foot.
Yeah,
it's absolutely dreadful. And here's another lady and what looks like a very young baby.
Yes. That is Sakina with her baby daughter Nur Fatima, 25 days old. And Nur Fatima's emergence into the world was pretty miraculous. Born on a boat as they were travelling across, fleeing for their lives. It's clear that Sakina is very proud of her daughter, but there are still high number of health needs for young children and babies born in the camp. Undernourishment is a problem.
Yeah, because I just got a glimpse of the picture there, and that baby did look very thin. You could see the skin was pulled. Yeah. So she was born malnourished.
Yes, and Sakina herself had a very troublesome birth, not least giving birth on the boat, but she couldn't deliver the placenta, which obviously is a huge risk to mother's life. But the boatman and other men carried her to the boatman's house when they got to the other side, where she was able to deliver the placenta, and the boatman named her daughter. So there are all these touching moments of pure humanity.
I know it's one of the things we've been talking about in the last few days, that life does carry on, and quite traumatically for a lot of women who've actually given birth on the journey. It's quite incredible, but it's very heartening to hear that people were able to help, and that both her and her baby are safe. And is ActionAid helping with malnutrition treatment for the baby then?
Yes, well, ActionAid we have a women's safe centre in the camps, so mothers like Sakina and girls like Taslima and Morshida can go there, where they receive counselling and referrals to all the other agencies which have the various equipment and medicines that they need. So it's a starting point to sort of signpost people to the right places.
Yes, and this a queue, isn't it?
Yes,
what are these women queuing for?
Very patiently queuing for the dignity kits. Yeah. These are all 2,000 women and girls were identified by ActionAid. These are some of them who have high needs, and they were given tokens to come and collect the dignity kits. So that's what they're doing there.
Okay,
and that's the distribution.
Those are the dignity kits away. And so I see ActionAid in conjunction with Mercy Relief delivering them. And this is some of the ways in which the DEC appeal funds are being spent?
That's right. ActionAid is giving the dignity kits. We have got trained counsellors to provide much needed psychosocial support, and also we're digging 50 latrines for women, digging tube wells so people have fresh water, and creating bathing spaces separate for men and women, all very essential to maintain sanitation in the camp.
Yeah, and dignity by having separate spaces. And I see a lady with an ActionAid cap on, so who's she?
I would call her the formidable Fatima. She's the ActionAid counsellor who just knew all of the women and girls that I've spoken to you about. She's supporting them. She's just an incredibly warm and energetic person, and exactly the sort of person that you need in a situation like that, providing much needed support.
And is she a Bangladeshi woman from the local community, or is she a Rohingya woman?
Yeah, she's a Bangladeshi woman from Cox's Bazar, so she speaks the same dialect as the Rohingya women do, so obviously it creates a lot of rapport, and she understands exactly what they need.
So, and is she an ActionAid employee, or is she a volunteer?
She's an employee.
Yeah, she's fabulous,
and
she's doing that, helping those women get through the trauma that they've seen. Yeah. We have another picture here. What's this one of? Is that you?
That's me. That's me, furiously taking notes. I'm talking to Sitara, a mother who fled the violence after she'd heard of children being slaughtered. And she's now in the camp in Bangladesh. Still, she has some fears about her daughter's safety, which is understandable given what they've all been through. But there are agencies such as ActionAid there supporting people in the various ways that they need.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Himaya. It was very interesting to hear those stories. We've spoken a lot over the past few days about the terrible stories of suffering that people have experienced, and quite similar stories, but all unique as well. So really, really tragic situation where people have such great needs, and your generosity has been so appreciated by all of the DEC member charities and all of us at DEC as well. So please do continue to give. The needs are overwhelming, and we need so much more money to continue to be able to help all of these people. So far we've raised nearly £10 million, so but we still need more as always. So please do continue to give, and that's all for now. Thank you so much.